How soon? Okay, yeah. So Ethan, I know exactly what this is. We've been talking about Sens and Ducks since we had, I think, class in like grade 10 or grade 11. Um, 20 years, 2027. 20 years from the first cup final, and the Ducks gonna win it again in 2027. The Sens look really good, but here's the thing with the Senders, they don't have a goalie. The Ducks do.
Yo, I've never thought Matt Murray was good.
Hmm.
Never.
He had one good run, and that's it.
And any goalie, and that can happen with any goalie. I thought Matt Murray's been severely overrated for the longest time ever. My buddy drafted him in his fantasy draft like third round or something, and I was like, yeah,
That's
I was
high.
like,
Holy shit.
dude, what are you doing? You're an idiot.
He must be a Sens fan.
Cause no, but he was on. This was when he was on Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I guess he's just hoping for the wins that Pittsburgh brings him. But I've always thought Matt Murray was severely overrated.
Yeah.
Brady Tkachuk brings everything to the table. He can score, and he has that meat and potatoes type style where
True.
he can take any shit. You know what I mean? I love Brady Tkachuk
So do
a lot more than Matthew, but just like as a
I.
player in general, I like Brady better.
Is Yeah, really good.
Yeah, they're
Um,
trying to limit his minutes this year because they overplayed him last year. So they're trying to cap his minutes at 25. I think
yeah.
they're trying to keep him around there instead of playing him like 35 minutes a night like they did last year.
Sutter. Yeah.
And then he slipped in warm-ups before that, so maybe that
Yeah.
was why.
Yeah, it wasn't his night. I will say he came off injury and but he still yeah. Hey, he's still my Calder pick. I love Stutzla. He's dynamic as hell and
I love that pick.
yeah.
My pick was Zegras, and that was kind of a mistake. I
Oops.
I chose Zegras if he played, but he
Good
hasn't been
call.
playing.
I think if he plays next year, he'll win it.
Yeah. Mine was
Depending on the
like if he
situation.
plays this year, it's Zegras, but I
Okay.
think I can't remember who I picked after that, but
Okay, 29. Okay.
yeah, I'll go 2028 just to make the 27, 28, 29.
Easy.
Mark it down. Yeah, and Scott, shout out
Yeah.
to your goalie, John Gibson. He was my first goalie drafted on my fantasy team. He got
Let's
me a 31 save
go.
shutout tonight.
Fucking right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's
Third
a
save. Third star of the week in the NHL last week,
he's
by the way.
current he's currently ranked 7th amongst all players in Yahoo Fantasy right now. So shout out Gibby. Hey, hey, whatever keeps the puck out of the net, okay?
Hey, look at the standings. It works. It works. I'm telling you. Like decades as in like into the 90s or like oh god. Oh,
Analytics.
yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. I would say the speed and skill, because again, there's been a huge infusion of European players that have come over from the big ice, and now you get the reverse. You get Canadian guys going and playing in Europe, and you really get the sense of the speed and skill game that's been kind of implemented into the NHL, and it's really I enjoy it because it makes for more entertaining hockey for sure.
Say analytics because they're putting like trackers in the pucks, chips on the jerseys
Yeah,
to get even more information. Like
true.
it's all about how fast someone. No, yeah, that's a really good
Another,
point. Because you look at Wayne
yeah,
Gretzky, it looks like he's a freaking newspaper boy, and he's getting 200 points a season. And
true.
now you see Ryan Reeves, who could fight Floyd Mayweather the week after he plays a game.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
And yeah, training, that's a very good point, Ian.
I
That's a
think
really good point.
another point to that that's a good question actually. The biggest thing, obviously I work in the hockey community. I sell hockey gear and all kinds of stuff, and that's changed a ridiculous amount too. Even from when I was playing minor hockey, like just 10 years, but from 30 years ago, like sticks were like aluminum, like now
Wood.
like even wooden sticks 30 40 years ago would be wooden sticks, but now 355 grams is the true Project X is the new stick on the market, and the vapor Pilata is like 380 grams. It's like it's insane. It's absolutely insane how light these sticks are, and
Yeah.
even skates can cost like $1,200 now, which is mind blowing because top end skates back then would be like maybe $400 max, maybe. So,
Hockey's so expensive, man.
oh, it's
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I know. True.
Equipment and then the cost to play. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
True.
that's like a mortgage on a house.
Almost. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I would too. Yeah. You don't keep a guy down like that for too long. He's gonna eventually. I think we talked about this before, Ian. He'll eventually figure out what he's doing because I joked that last time. His switch to CCM has caused issues, but no, I
Even though
think he'll.
CCM's the better brand,
Well,
but
that's up for
but a
debate.
s- but a Switch is can fuck with you.
It can
So
either. Well, he's back to Bauer now. But anyways, that's a whole story we talked about last call. So basically with Petey, like it's just a matter of him breaking through systems because again, teams game plan against him now. It's not like he's just a good player on his team. Like he's the guy on the Canucks, and you look at a team like Montreal, like they're gonna put Weber and Sherrod against him. You look at a team like Calgary, they're gonna put like Tanev and Valimaki or whoever they're. I forget who it is on the other. Maybe yeah, I'm not sure if it's him, but anyways, like they're gonna game plan that top guys, are gonna put like top centers on him. He eventually going to break through. He's eventually going to go off sometime mid season. Maybe it's this week. Maybe it's in like 2 weeks. But eventually he'll turn around.
what he
For
needs
sure.
to do is he needs to remember that he is one of the best releases in the NHL. And I know I've said that about Line, but he hasn't been shooting the puck when he should
True.
be. He's like there was a wide open 2-on-1 against Ottawa, and he passed it into like two sticks when he had a wide open shot at the bottom of the circle. It was like, yo, you gotta just shoot that. You need to get this monkey off your back. You have to stop making the perfect play, and you need to just start burying something because players like Tyler Mott, who has 3 goals, should not have more goals than you at this point in the season.
True.
As much as I love Mott and I hope we protect him for the expansion draft, but Pearson, I think he will get the monkey off his back. He will turn the season around. He just needs to play with more confidence and just remember who he is as a player. He has an unreal shot, and he just needs to just start letting loose a bit. Kind
Yeah.
of like when Brock Besser was in a slump. He just needs to remember that he has an unreal shot, and he needs to stop thinking about it so much and just quick releases all the time. Just get the puck on net. That's how Mike Bossy scored. Had like 9 50 goal seasons. He just put the puck on net and it went in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Again, it's like we're what 7 games in the season, 7 or 8 games. Like people need
Yeah.
to chill out. Like they're gonna turn around eventually,
There's
and like
49 more games. Like
yeah,
he's gonna figure it out.
like we've all said before, the Canucks are still a playoff team, and
Yeah.
I truly believe that. So
They just these next few games against Ottawa are critical. If they can win these games, maybe swing some momentum their way
true,
and can kind of turn it around quick.
100%. That's hot.
Wow.
That's real
Well,
hot.
I mean, he
Holy
did say
shit.
that's his highest. He didn't say at least fifth. So he's not saying he's top five. He's saying the highest
He
he'll
could
go is
be is
five,
fifth.
which I can understand. But Z- Zegers,
Cousins,
Zegers, Cider,
Spencer Knight.
Dylan Cousins. Oh, you already said Cousins, right?
Connor McMichael.
Podkolzin,
Yeah, Puckle's into. Peyton Krebs.
Boldy.
Podkolzin. Oh, we were saying Podkolzin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put him
I
high
was
20.
gonna say I
High
was gonna
20.
say top 20.
Okay.
Between like 15 to 20, I think I'd put him. Because he's what I've seen from him is he's playing with speed. He's playing with a lot more fight than I expected. He's a lot grittier than I thought. And I don't know if you guys caught the diving assist he had, but
Oh, that was filthy.
he's got an IQ of a vet. He's a really skilled player. I think it's only gonna go up from here.
Yeah.
And he's like I found he's been falling over a lot. And I think it's just he's catching like a bad edge and he's just falling over, but his stability looks bad right now. But that's something you can like fix in an off season.
I
But
mean,
I think he's a
you
top
look at how
20
Pedersen
player.
skates too. He skates very standing up, and he doesn't look very balanced either. But look at how good he
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah.
So
But I think Hoglander, as early as it is, he's a top 20 player.
I like it.
But and Scott, I don't know if you want to bring up my hot take that I said before we started recording,
You
but
said he's
I
better than
said
Pod. You said he's better than Podkolzin.
yeah.
Okay, I have an argument for.
But
I have an
it's
argument
obviously
for.
really hard to say because
Yeah.
we haven't seen Podkolzin in the NHL yet, and we've seen 7 games from Hoglander in the NHL.
Yeah.
I just thought he plays more of a Canuck style,
Okay.
and he'll bring a bit more production on the score sheet, but Podkolzin might make a bigger impact in forechecking and like turnovers in the ozone, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Podkolzin's a piece of shit to play against. But Hoglander's like a really skilled forward. So I think they'll make impacts in different ways and it'll
In
be
different
kind of hard to
ways.
compare them.
Here's my argument for Podkolzin. Yes, he doesn't play an NHL game, but you look at what the juniors also wasn't a great example because he didn't play with a center that suits what he needs.
Yeah.
Amarov and Podkolzin play the same style. They're like a very shoot first kind of player, and they like having the puck on their stick. Podkolzin's the kind of guy you need to give him the puck and you need to let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Put a guy, say Pedersen. Put Pedersen on his line. Yes, Pedersen's a shooter, of course, but he's also a facilitator. He's a good playmaker. Podkolzin's so big and strong, like I said, piece of shit to play against. I would rather play against Hoglander because at least I know how to shut him down. He'd be physical with him. Yes, he'll work hard, but I think Podkolzin's a bigger, more dominant player, and
Yeah.
eventually,
I
once
can
he
agree with
gets
that.
once he gets to the NHL, you look at a guy like Kaprizov. Like he's 2015 draft. Once he'll be developed. Once he's like 21, 22, when Podkolzin really gets to the NHL, that man's gonna be scary to play against.
No, I'm excited to see him. And I could be
Me too.
100% wrong, but it's just like completely based off Hoglander so
Yeah,
far and I hadn't even seen Podkolzin. But when I said
yeah,
he'd be better than Podkolzin, I was really just trying to say like they'd make impacts in different ways. And I
yeah.
think you'll see the impact of Hoglander more than Podkolzin, but they'll like I don't know if I'm making any sense right now.
No, you are. No,
But Hoglander will
you are.
stand out more because he's just putting more on the score sheet. But Podkolzin will like take on the bigger defenseman and more physicality. But I see Podkolzin playing really, really well with Horvat.
Yeah, me
They're
too.
both the same type of player, and Horvat's a really good facilitator as well.
Yeah,
And
I
I
like that.
think they can each do each of a little, and I think they can orchestrate really well together.
I
So
like
it'll
that.
be interesting.
Yeah,
I was
nothing against Hoglander. I think he's
yeah.
a great player and he's been excellent
Uh,
so far. I've been like I have my notes. He's the real deal. He's a good player and he'll be very good.
yeah.
I just don't think he's better than Podkolzin.
Fair enough. And
So
I could be a complete idiot and be completely wrong, but we'll see.
we'll see. Let's not forget about that Zegras guy.
I heard he's good.
I've heard he's pretty good too. Yeah. That was a good hot take. Yeah, I like that.
It's I'll try and think of a different one. If you have if you have a hot take, then you go right ahead. But
Yeah, I
I'll
got
try
one.
and think of one.
I got one. I don't want to. I'll tell you guys my score prediction and everything for the Super Bowl, but I think Brady. I think Brady wins his seventh. And actually, hold on, wait, hold on. Before I say that, so if he wins, he will be the undisputed GOAT in all four North American sports. That's my hot take. Bigger than Jordan, bigger than Gretzky, bigger than I was gonna say Ruth. Yeah, Babe Ruth. Yeah. If he wins, if he doesn't win, keep him on the same tier. I like it. It's a good pick.
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now, but I guess I'll just go with Hoglander over Podkolzin. But I don't even
Yeah, it's good.
like I. It's just way too early to tell, and I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
But
You know, honestly, I follow basketball more than I follow baseball at this point. Yeah. One more thing before we go. McGregor versus Poirier number three? Question mark. That was gonna be my hot
I
take.
think it'll happen, but I think Connor and Poirier will fight for the belt, and I think Connor might tackle Diaz part
Okay,
3 first before Poirier, but I think it will eventually happen.
cool.
Thanks for having me. If I could chime in one thing, go listen to my buddy's uh mixtape Get Well Soon. He's the intro and outro for my podcast. I'm trying to get those listens up for him. I appreciate it. It's probably one of my favorite parts of editing is just listening to that. But also my buddy who is the outro, he features on it. He came out with a song in December called Wait for Me. It's on all platforms. Six Man, Wait for Me, it's a single. Pretty sure he's coming out
Cool.
with an EP pretty soon. So go and download all his songs, listen up. And I'm also on Twitter at Side Heavy and at Jevon Lefevbre. So I'm trying to get those followers up as well. But that's all I got. Yeah. Tom Ivory and Six Man. Those are the two guys I'm shouting out.
Okay.
And they are dynamite. And if there's a producer that is should be getting more love, it's Tom Ivory. He does everything himself. He produces, masters, he does everything. So go and listen to his shit. It's